It's bigger than talk. It's legacy. Pressure play. Yeah. It's bigger than talk.
Yeah. This ain't opinions. This is law. This ain't opinions. This is law. But 1-1-2-1. Pressure plays from the bayou to the turf. Souls and blood. One voice. One. Pressure plays. From the bayou to the turf, we don't play. No. Souls and blood. Yeah, we call it straight. Every plate solid. We don't never break. Lock. One. Pressure plays. When it's game time, yeah, we set the tone. From the mud to the lights, now we in the zone. If it's real sports talk, this the throne. I'm the voice of the field and the streets combined. Half blood with the vision, half soul with the mind. Breaking down every play like it's streaming rewind. If it's pressure involved, I was built for the time. 1-1-8-1, yeah, the code don't bend. Every take real, we don't follow no trends. From the bayou, grind to the turf with the cleats. We connect every move from the start to the end. I don't speak for the hype, I speak for the game. Every stat, every route, every loss, every game. If it's 4 quarter pressure, 2 minutes remain. I'm the one you gon' trust when you saying my name.
Franchises will be in the playoffs. 6 of those came in that 8-year span of the night. They want to be the primary matchup on Brunson. Brunson with
I'm the blood with the pressure, the soul with the sight. See the game in the legs, I'm ahead of the night. While they talking opinions, I'm calling it right from the trenches to arenas. I'm built for the fight. 1-1-1, yeah, we stamped in stone. Every breakdown sharp. Grown from the bayou mud to the turf and the lights. It's a different type talk when you hearing this tone. No gimmicks, no cap, just facts. When I speak at the culture on lock, every time that I preach. If I play y'all finals, a regular week. You ain't tapped in with us, you ain't tapped in for real. Not 2 voices, 1 standard. Not 2 sides, 1 truth. In 1 booth. In 1 booth. Pressure plays. From the bayou to the turf, we don't play. No. Souls and blood. Yeah, we call it straight. Every plate solid, we don't never break. Pressure plays. When it's game time, yeah, we set the tone. From the mud to the lights, now we in the zone. If it's real sports talk, this the throne. King. Pressure plays. From the bayou to the turf. Souls and blood. We don't guess, we know.
What's good, y'all? Y'all are tuned in to the Sunday Best Sports Show 1181. Pressure plays from the bayou to the turf. Best sports show on earth. That's spelled with an ERF. And you guys, you have the one and only, man, the dream team, man. The dream team, man, from the good old DF Dub. You know what I mean? Y'all make sure y'all put where y'all from, too. And we got to start seeing where everybody from in the chat, too. Well, that's what we got to start doing. We need to see where
1,000.
Doing, man. Great show this morning. Great show this morning for Uncle Plug and Uncle Plug TV. We are going to be stemming a lot from the conversation he instigated over there on his channel.
In case you missed it. For sure.
Yeah, man. How you doing today, man? I know we just talked a little bit, but how you doing today, man?
Man, I am.
This is my phone call for you, by the way. This is my phone call, so I need you to tell me how you doing.
Man, listen, man. I am great right now, man. I'm full of energy right now, man. It's like, sometimes we talk about certain things, getting it off your chest, and then while you speak it, you get a different perspective. And then like that's all it was for this morning. They're ready to slide off into this 1181 and get to the biz naive. You feel me? I love it, man. I'm feeling great. How about yourself, bro?
Man, I'm doing good, man. How you doing, man? I know your week was you had celebrations, but in different forms of celebration, man. So I do want to start doing something here on 1181, man. We need to start talking more about men's mental health as well. I know y'all plug does not invest in mental health in that manner, but we are checking on it. He almost does it in his own way. He invests it. Yeah. He'll rather have a conversation than go have a conversation with some random person. So but how was your week, man? How was your week, man? I know mom celebration, man, was this week. You had the lady celebration this week. Like, how was everything for you this week? And you had a loss as well.
One member of the extended family had passed, you know what I mean? But with the conversations that was being had, you know, with certain key family members, you know, we got a little giggle out of everything, and we had a nice little talk. We make not light of the situation, but look at it in a positive way always. And you know, this is when one of my favorite ladies in the world, her birthday was July 23rd. So we celebrated that. And one of my good partners that passed, his birthday was also 23rd, and a significant person in my life birthday also is July 23rd. So we all celebrated that, and it was a beautiful situation. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is happy. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. Everybody's cool. Everybody's content. You know, talked to my little cousin, had a new addition to the family. My baby cousin, she had another big ass little girl, a 9-pound little girl on the 22nd of July, which was dope. You know, I talked to my uncle about it. He happy about it, ecstatic about it. You know what I mean? It was just it's some L's, but at the same time, it's a lot of dubs too, man. A lot of dubs too. So we don't let the L's overshadow the dubs. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm great.
I'm glad you're doing well, man. I know how that is, man. I know I sent the shout out, man, to Mama Plug to make sure she check on Mama Joyce up there. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think people need to understand, you know, we all have, well, not everybody, but a lot of us have experienced a lot of major losses, man. And it really does change your thought process on life. Plug said something earlier today on his story time show where like losses are actually growing him. Like it's actually making him look at things from a different view, right? And for those who don't know, I lost my mother very early. I wasn't even 20. That was 2008. So I was only 22 years old. So y'all got to think about it. I'm 40 now. So just imagine going 18 years of your life now looking out of a different rearview mirror than everybody else. Like understanding that like tomorrow isn't promised, right? We hear these slogans, we hear all these things that people talk about, but until it hits at your front door, it don't look the same. So I always tell people, just make sure y'all tap in with people, man. Make sure you check on people, man. I'm glad you're doing well. So man, yeah, man. Y'all are here at 1181, man. Pressure plays from the bayou to the turf, man. Again, the best and only sports show on earth. We're going to start speaking these things into existence. This is going to be the biggest show. We are a few weeks away, like a month away from live NFL play-by-play game action. So y'all are going to start seeing us on your TV tunes during the live stream games on Mondays and Thursday nights, and also the Sunday night header. So be looking out for that as well. So yeah, we got a
Eli
lot of
and Peyton. You better watch out, Eli and Peyton. We coming. Plugging souls, man. You better get it right. Oh, yeah.
Yes, so, man, we're going to get right into it, man. We're going to be doing some off-season talk, man. We're going to go ahead and get into our off-season talk today. And I think this might, hopefully we don't stay on it too long, but we might be on this for a good little hot minute, man. But let's get over here to this off-season talk. Here we go.
Pressure play from the bayou to the turf. Blood, yeah. 181 pressure plays from the Bayo to the turf.
Awesome, man. So let me take these comments off the screen so y'all can see that young, handsome man behind there. There we go. So as y'all know, Ryan Clark was fired on national TV. Probably one of the ultimate disrespectful things that I've seen. You don't really see something like that where somebody's like actually at the workplace finding out the news and not coming back after the commercial break. I think it was a form of public humiliation. I will say that as well. But we're going to have a deeper talk today, man. Ryan Clark did go on his program, his platform, his company called The Pivot. Something that can't be taken away from him, which is most important. But we're going to be talking about pretty much power today. How does it feel to lose it, gain it, or those moments when you just don't have it? So we're going to hear what Ryan Clark has to say. We are here for the dialogue. Anybody who is new to 1181, if you want to put your comments in the chat, please do. And who knows, we might drop the link today for those who really want to talk about this subject. But we're going to get it started, man. This is The Pivot right here.
Somebody had to do it. Hey, RC, you know how I always ask the guests, what's their biggest pivot, right?
Yeah,
I think this is the biggest pivot.
for sure. I
sure.
think I'll look at it in 5 years, and if I was sitting down with Ryan Clark, Channing Crowder, and Fred Taylor, that would be the answer. Now, what happens from now is like the rest of the story, but I think the moment would be this moment.
You good? I don't know. I joke about it, but you know what I'm saying? It's a serious situation.
I think, I'm definitely okay, but I feel for the other people who are going through this with me. Carl Ravitch been there 33 years. Charles Davis, one of the best men in the business, along with best analyst. Bart Scott, Cam Newton, Tom Pelissero, and like countless other behind the scenes people. And you think, what I learned about ESPN is so many people who work there grew up close to ESPN. So they grew up with a dream of being there and being able to work behind the scenes and create these stories and tell this story. And now their job is gone, right? What I'm dealing with is, in truth, a first world problem. But there are some people who are truly counting on what ESPN was going to do for them to feed their family. And, so my thoughts and my prayers are with them as well.
I think the big question is, did you see it coming? Could you take us inside that moment?
Yes and no. I'm upset with myself from this perspective. There were signs, but I truly thought for the first time in my life, I worked so hard at something. I was so good at something. Everybody acknowledged that that they couldn't fire me, that they wouldn't fire me. That a company who's going to have the Super Bowl this year, who truly wants to put their best foot forward to the entire world and have the best people talking about football, wouldn't fire, in my opinion, this is my opinion, and it seems to be the opinion of many others, the best football analyst in the world. I didn't think that, and that's my fault. This offseason, our piece on Monday Night Football with Greg Brooks won an award, a diversity award. And our showrunner and our director and our producer were so excited, and it was like, PR is going to post it. And it never happened. And eventually I just posted it myself, and then PR reached out like, oh, I'm so sorry that we missed it, but the Emmys are coming up and we'll post it afterwards. And I just remember sending a text to one of the people I work with, and I said, they're not going to post that. They don't care. A company that posts about, cool things like spelling bees and post about the family feuds and all of these things, didn't care about an actual segment on our show about a young man like Greg. Didn't care about that enough because of me to use it.
Was that ever addressed?
No, it was never addressed. Family Feud. They have an NFL Live Family Feud, a show that I've been a part of, that I won a sports Emmy for being a part of, that's won 2 Emmys in a row because of the core of Laura Rutledge, Marcus Spears, Dan Orlowski, Mina Kimes, and Ryan Clark. You go do Family Feud, and Marcus and I aren't there, but Marcus was asked. And when I reached out to the people who were involved, they just said, one said, we never asked for you. Another said, these 2 people were already on Pat's show, and that's why you and Marcus weren't on. But Marcus was asked, I wasn't. So there were just signs throughout the season, like even now, if you look at everything for the Super Bowl year, I'm not on any of that. A guy that's supposed to be a part of Monday Night Football, a man that's supposed to be a part of NFL Live, a man that's a huge part of First Take, was a part of building Get Up. So to me, the signs were always there. And I called, man.
Yeah.
I called executives. I called decision makers. I called bosses. Is my schedule changing? What's it look like? And it was never a definitive answer. But I think it was never a definitive answer because this was always the plan.
Yeah. And you're not a shy dude. Like you said, I know you ain't just sitting in the shadows with your head down. You're going to address situations. But if it's not performance-based, what's it based off of?
Well, to address the head down thing, what makes me a little bit sad about myself is I did adjust who I was to try to keep my job. I did have meetings with people and say, okay, what is it that you need from me? Not the analyst. The analyst he was damn good, right? If you care about the person that's on TV, what is it you need from me? Because I want to do that. I want to build a relationship. I want to involve you in the things I'm doing. You know, man, like this show.
I'm gonna stop it here. I'm watching my guy. we want to have a conversation. I want to have a conversation about this. So you're listening literally to Ryan Clark speak about even changing who he was to stay a part of something that he felt like he wanted to be a part of. So what is your thoughts, Plug? What is your thoughts?
My thoughts, my brother. As much as we don't like to be called a sellout, I'm not going to call him a sellout, but he sold because you compromised. And when I say when you compromise, you're compromised. And bro, when we talk about the difference, you know what I mean? Just like we talk about the difference in the type of content that ESPN wants you to put out that's owned by Disney, that's a juggernaut, huge $1 trillion juggernaut, and your own personal platform, you have a responsibility to bring whatever, but don't think one doesn't affect the other. You don't have, see, another thing, like this is one of the, when I was speaking on this morning, this is one of those situations where, remember a few months ago, we was talking about Stephen A, and he was talking about he had just got his freedom papers. He had just got his ability to be able to speak like that. He was giving a public service announcement.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't doing what he's doing on Straight Shooter until recent. Till he solidified that and he's put in that time. You think that just because you're great at your job that you can do what he has done. You can't do that.
Can I ask you a question? Can I pose you a question though?
Yes, please.
Because I think I don't want to put the sellout stamp on them just right away.
No, I'm not.
The reason and the reason why I appreciate you, Rain, appreciate everybody who's watching today. We really appreciate y'all, man. I think Ryan Clark, and everybody know if you follow anything me, Plug, do, I'm not a fan of Ryan Clark. I feel he apologizes too much. He makes decisions. He makes decisions and he apologizes. I think it's a difference when you are who you are and you don't apologize for it. You know, like even we all go through it, right? People might have their opinions about us personally, but I always tell people this is how I do things. If you don't like it, that's cool. This is me. Like I'm not going to change for you. Like this is me, and I'm never going to apologize for it. And I think those are the moments where Ryan Clark failed himself. Those moments of when he was authentic and he came right onto the pivot and apologized, or he got on Twitter and apologized. At that point, that's when you started to almost sell who you were, right? Because if I believe in something, I don't have to apologize for it. I can continue to explain it to people, but I don't have to apologize for it. And I think that's the biggest thing. And I think Ryan Clark is a perfect example of what I always speak about is Ryan Clark got into a position so that he could create the pivot. We can't miss the most vital part of all of this. There will be no pivot without the ESPN Ryan Clark. There will be no pivot. Like there will be none. Like there will be no thought process of the pivot if Ryan Clark didn't create who he did within that system, because he was in a system. So that's my biggest thing is like, I think Ryan Clark needs to look at it from a different point of view. I can't tell the man how to think about it, but I think he should look at it as This is part of the path. Same thing with Stephen A, right? Stephen A gets more views on Straight Shooter than he does when people watching him on ESPN any day. Like his Straight Shooter, and on Straight Shooter, he's able to create new platforms for other people.
Mm-hmm.
And when you watch them, people like Ryan Clark, Stephen A, they're not really bringing people that don't look like them up there. It's more of us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, being who he was, operating within the system, allowed him to create a new platform and a new space for people who look like him.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. And the only thing I say is, like you said, all the apologies unnecessary. You gonna say it, stand on it.
Stand on it.
Stand on it, my boy. Stand on it. Because once you did that, now you go back and say, what can I do? Well, you can go ahead and sell out. If they would have said it to you bluntly like that and said, no, we want you to sell out. We want you doing what you're doing over there on the pivot. He didn't say anything, because for him to say that would be him saying, I don't care about the issues that you're talking about over there.
Yeah.
I just don't want you bringing those same issues, because you got to think that stench is going, that cologne that you got on is going to follow you from the pivot to the ESPN panel. And I don't want to hear about that. I fired people before because of the stance they take on these public and sensitive and racial issues. So I'm not going to have you, one of my top guys, doing it, because then somebody else behind you is going to do the same thing. So if I cut the head off, the body will follow. Because we already know what Stephen A. going to do. He knows how to play the game. And there's nothing wrong with Stephen A. playing the game, because we have to understand dealing with him, if we're going to like him or listen to his commentary and his analytics, is that's what he stand on. And I've come comfortable with knowing who Stephen A. is, and I'm cool with how he kick his game. If you have a problem with him, you tripping. Because you a fool.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But I think the difference between Stephen A. and Ryan Clark is Stephen A. is the superstar. Ryan Clark is not.
He's a Robin.
And that's what people don't understand, right? Like, once Pat McAfee walked into the scene, Ryan Clark should have already seen his destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Pat McAfee is another Stephen A.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a Stephen A. that they want, if that makes sense, right? Like they
sure.
want that Stephen A. Like, it's a different. That's why Pat McAfee and them can get on TV and tear their shirts open, and they can talk about what they want to talk about when Aaron Rodgers come up. They can finally talk about COVID and talk about all the drugs that allegedly Aaron Rodgers was using, right? Like, I think some people just have to see the play. And when Ryan Clark thinking that he's the best in the game, which is what you're supposed to think, you're supposed to think you're the best doing what you're doing. So I don't have anything against that. But he also was almost inflating his reality, because Stephen A. can move differently until they get McAfee where they want him. See, McAfee's still pushing a little bit against the system too. McAfee has a lot of demands. If y'all watch the contract negotiations with McAfee, the way he talked about the people at ESPN and still got the job, Pat McAfee is still pushing against the system. So they're like, okay, he pushing against us. We know Stephen A. will ride with us.
Right.
So right now we got to keep both of them. But we can get rid of some of them too.
Yeah, but think about this. What do we lose if we lose you, Ryan? Because if we lose Pat, we lose a whole 11, our time zone, 11 to 1 o'clock slot. And if he goes anywhere, everybody that watches him, our loyal followers on YouTube, is going over there. We're going to lose you for Get Up, which is not one of our best shows
at all.
We're going to lose you for NFL Live. That's going to hurt, but we got a lot of NFL talent that can come up here and talk some football. And then Monday Night Football. We're going to miss you on Monday Night Football, because everybody looking forward to see what kind of suit he going to have on this Monday. Oh, man, he's spitting that game. Man, buddy haircut clean. Boy, I see Ryan doing his thing. But guess what? We got 1,000 of them.
You know who they moving in?
Ain't 1,000 McAfee.
You know who's going to move in? Russell Wilson.
Who?
Russell Wilson.
It's going to be whack.
No, it's not. Because Russell Wilson, because y'all got to think about what sports just lost, right? My drunken ex-quarterback Romo just lost his job. Romo brought the quarterback mindset and gameplay to commentary. Russell Wilson has the same type of IQ. Even though Russell might not have the personality of a Ryan Clark, to football players, Russell Wilson's going to bring you what's between the head. Yeah,
Cerebral.
And people like that. People want to hear more of that context of what's going on, why they did this. That's how Chase Daniels got his position now. He was breaking down film on YouTube. Now they gave him a job. Like, people love that. People are going more towards that. That's why, if y'all notice, Amazon Prime is putting more technology into the game, right? They're trying to make people watch analytically football. Like, they're trying to get you away. But I think Russell Wilson will be the next to take the seat.
It's gonna be a flop. It's gonna be a flop. I'm gonna tell you, because like,
it depends.
Even though Pat McAfee's a punter, the attitude, the demeanor, the excitement that he brings, man, what he do for College Game Day, he's resurrected a show that I love that was dead for like 8 years. He's resurrected it, and it's like the attitude. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna say the black people are going to tune in because of a Ryan Clark. It's just facts. It just is what it is. Now with Russell going up there, everybody say he's a cornball. It's like, I don't feel he's a cornball, but I don't know his personality. So if you think it's going to hit, I'll take the under. If you take the over, I'm gonna take the under on this one. Because I don't think it's gonna hit. I don't think it's gonna hit at all. And I think that you have to be very selective on who you're going to choose to replace a Ryan Clark, because he was like, even though he's a Robin, he was Stephen A's Robin. So at the end of the day, the ones that are loyal to Stephen A are going to be loyal to a Ryan Clark. So it's have to be somebody who's going to come in. They're going to be that new Robin with Stephen A to see what's going on.
Okay,
that's just my opinion.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when it starts. We'll see. So we're gonna let Ryan talk a little bit more. I was very impressed with how transparent he was. I thought he would have left some of the verbiage out, but he's talking.
For 3 years, bro, we never shied away from any topic. We never shied away from tackling anything. We did this year. Because I couldn't have no beef. I knew I couldn't respond to disrespect, right? I knew.
We said it.
But we got to stop it there. Ryan Clark, you could do all of that. The moment that you started apologizing, you made them feel like you were wrong. And I argued this every time we covered Ryan Clark. Every time Ryan Clark did something, I jumped on it. Him, RG3, and I kept saying, he'll apologize tomorrow.
He said it. You said it.
He gonna tweet tomorrow. Yeah, and that's, you created the bed that you're now laying in.
Like, yeah, and then we'll say, even when there's an issue, like, where Ryan Clark at? We said it. We'll say, where Ryan Clark at? He better say something about this. He ain't say nothing. Was like, but we know all this was going on behind the scenes.
Stephen A lays in his bed. He doubles down. Like with the whole Jaylen Brown thing, Stephen A went harder and harder each day. Yeah. He never backed back. He went harder and harder. And that's all Ryan Clark had to do. ESPN looked at you as, okay, is he unstable? Because he's having this emotional outburst. That's what it looks like. And then it seems like every time he steps away from the environment, he apologizes. Perception is reality.
Yeah. Don't get it twisted now, Ryan. We got love for you.
Yeah. I just wanted you to stop apologizing.
I couldn't be too black. What makes me sad is, even in trying to adjust to be at least more of what certain people wanted, they still fired me. And so I think that,
man, this is, y'all, we might not even get to any more topics today, to be honest with you. Because this is deep, right? Like, I'm gonna play that back, and then me and Plug gonna break it down. Y'all gotta listen to what he's saying here.
Man,
the answer, because this was always the plan.
Yeah, and you're not a shy dude, like you said. I know you ain't just sitting in the shadows with your head down. You're gonna address situations. But if it's not performance based, what's it based off of?
Well, to address the head down thing, what makes me a little bit sad about myself is I did adjust who I was to try to keep my job. I did have meetings with people and say, okay, what is it that you need from me? Not the analyst. The analyst he was damn good, right? If you care about the person that's on TV, what is it you need from me? Because I want to do that. I want to build a relationship. I want to involve you in the things I'm doing. You know, man, like this show, for 3 years, bro, we never shied away from any topic. Right. We never shied away from tackling anything. We did this year because I knew I couldn't have no beef. I knew I couldn't respond to disrespect, right? I knew, for lack of a better word, I couldn't be too black. What makes me sad.
So I want to stop it there first, because I can't let Ryan Clark do that. Because this would be a definition of propaganda. Because propaganda is a pattern of putting out misbelief or misleading information. Don't now. You just told us the first 5 minutes that you alter who you were. Then you turn around to tell us that I couldn't be too black. So now you want to go try to get the audience that you feel that you need or that supported you as you're pivoting into a new position. We can't do that, because you just said also in the next sentence that I had the discussions with them and wanted to see what they wanted me to do.
Yeah, you flawed out right there.
So your blackness wasn't important to you at first. You went to where you thought you needed to get the feedback from. And see, this is what I be talking about. This is why when people come to me, I stand on what I stand on.
Yeah,
you can call me whatever you want. I don't care. I'm gonna give you the facts, no feelings, no explanation. Like, that's just me. Facts over feelings. I'm gonna watch something and I'm gonna interpret what I receive. That's it. You wanting to put your own judgment on me, that's on you.
Yeah.
But every time you watch me, I'm not apologize. I never said I'm sorry. I never go back on what I said the day before. I just say, this is what I watched. This is what I heard.
What I
served. I interpreted it. Period.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like when he did that, that sent him straight to the bottom, because why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like, why would you do that, bro? Like, and then you seen what happened to you before. You just thought, like you said, that they wouldn't fire you. So your demeanor was possibly totally different, because you was like, if not me, then if it ain't me, then who?
Yeah.
And they showed you. That's all it was. They had to show you. They had to show you what it was. And that's crazy work, because you should have seen that. You too sharp to not see that happen, bro.
But he did see it. He wanted the approval of them.
They weren't gonna give you that.
But that's what he's saying. You see what I mean? We know that, right? We're having a conversation.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
He's expressing otherwise. And then you didn't only shy away from conversations on ESPN. You shied away from conversations on the pivot. The pivot had no attachment to ESPN. That should have been your outlet to really be who you wanted to be. When you on the pivot, people didn't get mad at you for what you said on the pivot. They got mad at you for everything you said on that ESPN platform. And then when you went over to Twitter to apologize the next day. The pivot, you started doing interviews that had nothing to do with what's going on. You were doing interviews with sports athletes that wasn't even in season. You were going all over the place. Just say you were trying to protect the bag, and that's okay.
That's it. That's exactly what it was.
He said, but to fire RC, RG3, and Cam is diabolical.
Yeah, but it was. Yeah, but I think Cam was a casualty of war.
Oh, big facts. because they brought him in.
He was a casual.
They ushered him in, so they made sure they ushered him out.
Because at the end of the day, like the only reason why you brought them, because you initially started with a Shannon Sharp, who had their own platform, that had their own viewership, that they brought in so many viewers from their own platform. So all of these platforms, whether you want to know, are connected. From Cam to Shannon to RC, all of them are connected. Every last one of them, because these are ex-football players who come on and analyze sports and also talk about politics and culture. So at the end of the day, you bringing them in, you bring in all types of. That's why we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that because
Cam catches strays. Cam catches.
He did. He caught straight. He caught a straight because you don't want the Pat McAfee effect. You don't want because football season about to start. So that means Cam gonna rev up, Ryan gonna rev up.
Hopefully,
and they gonna all of them gonna rev up because it's football season and it's nostalgia. Like when you think about football today, that's when it's getting ready to start in the next couple of weeks. You start thinking about the past. You start thinking about everything. Football is one of the greatest sports on this earth. I don't care what FIFA did. I could care less what FIFA did. Football is the sport. Football is the sport, not football, but football. American football is the sport. Bottom line, nothing can touch it. Nothing can touch it. You can see, you can hope or think that it does, that FIFA does. It ain't nothing like football.
For everybody watching, I don't agree with Mr. Plug over there. If y'all would like to
say it's the number one sport,
if y'all would like to sponsor us for FIFA World, we will sit here and we will wear our soccer jerseys next year at 1181 Pressure Plays. Thank you.
It is.
I most
Even
definitely will. I will pull I'm gonna get that bag, baby.
Trying to adjust to be at least more of what certain people wanted, they still fired me. And so I think that is difficult. I think it's about some of who I am, and it's about certain executives not connecting to that, not supporting that, not wanting to champion that, not wanting to give that the vast platform that is ESPN. And I think they utilized it to make an example of me.
But RC, you called some people to figure out what you can do. Did anybody give you a heads up? Yeah,
I gotten some heads up. I mean, summer ago, Stephen A sat with me, took me to lunch in Los Angeles. He told me, he said, there's a particular executive that doesn't like you. Now, let me be honest. I had been hearing this for years, right? It had gotten to me so many times. And so having that dinner or that lunch with Stephen A was just confirmation of it. He's like, you need to go set a meeting. But so many times when I heard about this particular person, it was, he doesn't like you, or he's said this negatively. So I'd heard it a ton of times. And I got a call this offseason from someone within the building. And, they said the way I stand up for our community is commendable, right? That they respected that in my position, I had a passion for that. But they also said it had created enemies for me at the executive level. It had created opposition, and that there were people within that building that were going to stand on the table for me. And it was such a shock because I thought to myself, in the most important year in ESPN football, you got to stand on the table for me? Like for me. Like there's somebody that needs to be convinced that our NFL coverage is elevated when I'm on TV. Like there's a person that knows football. There's a person that knows TV that thinks that 13 years in the NFL, Super Bowl, Pro Bowler, a captain, experience from being an undrafted free agent to trying to make the team to being one of the leaders in the locker room, 12 years of doing this, you got to convince that person that I should be doing TV. And, what I learned was it wasn't about who I was in front of the camera as it pertained to football. It was about what I represented every time I got in front of that camera. And that is something that I don't believe you truly, truly can combat.
When it's all said and done, that's the least anyone can do. I mean, you stand up and stand on, the shoulders of, or for so many people. Like what you do, bruh, is unbelievable. So for someone to stand up for you, I think that's the minimum anyone can do. But So also, I want to put this to bed because a lot of people have been having their takes about Stephen A. And you mentioned Stephen A.
So, Skull, you're right. But watch this, though. Watch this. It's crazy, man. Everything alignment. Like, Skull, you just put that. But watch. There's always going to be somebody to make sure you're not going to sacrifice that lamb. You're not going to sacrifice that lamb that they call Stephen A. There's always someone in the room to speak on his behalf.
Is there anything Stephen A. could have done to make this go away?
No. Stephen A., with all of his power, with all of his influence, is not a true decision maker at ESPN. That's not his job title, right? That's not in the repertoire of what he's asked to do. And we get it so many times, right? And I get it all the time. Why do you ride for him so much? Like, why don't you come for him when he says these things? And I've said it on the show. I call him. I text him. I tell him when I think he's doing too much. And I have the conversations with him all the time. But when this company was treating me in a way that, at least in my opinion, was unfair as it pertains to what I'd accomplished, he was the first person to go, I want you.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to take you off of this or that, don't worry about it. You'll get your TV time on my show. Thursday and Friday will be Ryan Clark's days. That will never be forgotten by me.
Mm-hmm.
I will be forever grateful for that. That in a space that I was sort of being told, at least being who you are is going to make you lose certain things because you aren't these people that we covet, these people that we're comfortable with, these people that we take pictures with and put our arms around and show the world that we support them. I'll do that for you.
And you got to recognize your presence and your power. You got to recognize your presence and your power. If Stephen A. is not there on First Take, yeah, the show will go on, but it won't be the same. And you got to recognize your presence and your power. But the one that you think is going to come to your rescue, that is not going to happen. Because, see, when we talk about Pat McAfee, he recognizes his presence and his power. And he knows that if I have something standing strong, I'm already doing millions right now without you. Without you, I am making the same bag simultaneously because I am streaming on YouTube at the same time. I'm here live on ESPN, but recognize your presence and your power. First Take is their entity. That's their entity. You have to create your own. You have your own. Every time that you did a segment, you should have been pivot into ESPN. So you could make it more of a dominant force. Be like, okay, the same viewership that I'm getting here, I'm getting there. Just like you leveraged your ESPN presence into the pivot and made it what it is. You had to think of ways to not just receive a bag, but create a bag from the bag you're already getting. That's what leverage is. We spoke several times on No Middleman about leverage, and you should have leveraged that. You already had the leverage. You should have been used that. Why wasn't there a pivot segment on ESPN during football season with 3 ex-football players? Why weren't y'all anywhere when it was SEC anywhere to where all that SEC goes to the SEC network? No, you should have had that. You guys, LSU and 2 Florida Gators up there. You should have already leveraged that. So you're expecting him to come to the rescue? No, you have to have power and presence. You were receiving a check. You were receiving $2 million a year. You should have been leveraged that into the pivot. Why after 3 years of being on air, you just now go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
No,
it was like really like
you're right. But I think the bigger conversation that I don't want people to miss is he's now trying to create he's now putting out propaganda though. Because even if you went back to just short of a year ago when he said he had to sit down with Stephen A, right?
Right.
Stephen A gave him the person who didn't like him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He told us in the same conversation that this last
Mm-hmm.
season, he went to talk to them about what he needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, it's no longer about, are you black enough? Are you, no, Stephen A told you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And you still went back to the well that you wanted to drink from. Like, we're not going to do this. Y'all, everybody like to point out, so like, nah, like, you can't do that. We can't do this old pity the fool type of thing. Like, nah, you should have seen this coming. And no,
Yeah.
you knew. Like, you said it here. Like, we're breaking down the conversation. And this is what I like to do. I like to break down the conversation. Like, you literally sat here and you told us in multiple instances that you chose to go and find out what they wanted from you.
Mm-hmm.
So at the moment where you should have pivoted, no pun intended, you chose to stay. That moment that you got that information from Stephen A, you should have been the one that said, hey guys, ESPN, I appreciate you guys. It seems like we're not on the same page. I can't continue every day coming on this TV stream, being tampered down who I am. I have to apologize every time after I say something that I truly mean. I think it's time for me to fully invest in the pivot, and I'm going to take my show there. And I would have even been even super petty and double down and made sure that the pivot is going live every time y'all going live.
Ooh.
And we would
your power and your presence.
Yeah. And that's and that's what he didn't do. But now we're gonna let him sit here and have this conversation and act like his color is what he was fighting for. We can't do that now.
It wasn't that. It wasn't the color. It wasn't the color. You have a responsibility to your employers. I don't want to air quote that, your employers to keep your nose clean at all times. And you've seen people die on the stake before you, but you thought that you was untouchable. They just reached out and touched you, my boy. They just reached out and touched you. And when they touched you, they pushed your ass smooth out the door on live TV. That's crazy work, bro. I'm like, power and presence, man. It's a lot. It's a lot that's wrong with this because you kind of laid down. You laid down. You failed yourself. I know how you feeling right now. That's where the tears came from. Like,
but he didn't lay down, plug. He didn't lay down. He played
what you mean?
He didn't lay down.
That's laying down.
No, I'm saying when I say he didn't lay down, he just lied. He didn't lay down, he lied. And this is why I talk about
he didn't lay, he lied.
Yeah, like this is what I talk about. Like I looked up the definition of propaganda today because everybody continues to try to use the word of like, oh man, you believe in the propaganda, but like, do y'all really know what propaganda means? Do y'all know what it originates from? Propaganda had to do with the with religion, with the Catholic Church. But also, this is the definition of propaganda from the the Merriam-Webster dictionary. It's ideas, facts, or allegations spread deliberately to further one's cause or to damage an opposing cause. Ryan Clark had all the facts. He's now deliberately spreading his own rhetoric of how he feels about something now to create propaganda. What you should be telling everybody is, hey, I failed us, dog. I lost who I was in the midst of making money, in the midst of building a new platform, in the midst of being a great father while my son had to go represent Arizona State and play for Notre Dame. Like I'm looking at Ryan Clark from a whole person's standpoint, right? He wasn't just moving on his behalf, right? Everything he did every day he had to think about his family, his wife, children, his business, and he was moving in that way. But don't now try to use the group of people to try to move your needle to make it seem like it was something that you didn't already know. That's how I try to discuss things. That's why I tell people I stand the way I stand. I give you the facts. I don't put emotions in anything. When I read something, I'm gonna give it to you how I read it. Technically, you'll never know where I stand unless you know me personally. So, like with Ryan Clark, he decided to reach out to the people who didn't look like him to get their approval, knowing that they already told you that you got to act this way. And then at the end of the day, you got what you got. So where's the accountability portion of Ryan Clark?
If you can see how he describes himself as being one of the greatest to do it, one of the best to do it. As I was speaking this morning on how certain people used to it.
He got him out of there. Appreciate you, Sco. He got this fool out of there. Yeah, appreciate you, Sco.
And how he was speaking on himself, that you got to see how, you know what I mean? He was having his ass on the shoulders. I could just imagine how he was when he was in the good. Like, I could just imagine, you know, like getting this money, feeling like you untouchable. You probably was on set, probably the best person. Offset, probably an asshole. And I think that with it happening to you, you were so shocked because you were so consumed by yourself that you didn't even know that people around you didn't like you. The ones that you did touch, people going to send you some sentiments when bad things happen. But at the same time, you don't know how many of the ones that were sending the sentiments was also feeling the same way about you being an asshole.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just about the rhetoric. It wasn't just about the rhetoric. It probably was your attitude. It probably was your demeanor. It probably was, you probably came off a bit smug. And you really lost yourself in it. And you got to feel with that self-guilt, knowing that you had to change yourself to keep it.
Yep.
That's a lot to deal with. That's some character flaws. You know what I mean? Like when you have to change who you are, we have to change who you are to stay in this job just because you got responsibilities. Boy, trust me, I had to stay in several situations that compromised who I was and had to just play along to get along.
Not you.
You know what I mean?
Not you, Plug.
Bruh, I had to do
Not
it.
Plug with 2G.
I had my family. A
lie don't care who tells it. Not Plug. Not Plug.
I'm telling you, it got to a point to where once you compromise yourself like that, you're like, you're gonna feel a way about yourself because you know this ain't you. So you're gonna start acting out. You're gonna start acting out. I only talk about what I've been through and what I've done. So when you've done that, you feel some way. So what now? You gotta overcompensate for your realness because you felt like you compromised just a little bit over here. So you compensate for that over here with the realness, and now you're going overboard. Now you lost a grip of yourself because that person that's standing out front that protects you, the person that's inside, the sensitive person that's inside, they haven't met yet.
Yeah,
they have to meet.
That's why my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're right, bro. You're right,
and I agree. That's why I always talk about logic over emotions. Like I was messing with Plug this morning on his live. I was like, that's too much passion. See, we start speaking from passion a lot of times, and that's what Ryan Clark is doing right here. But you would never even have to speak from this place if you would have just stayed even keel. You on one end of the token, you felt like you needed to speak to prove your blackness, but then you will have a reality check by the end of the show and feel like you had to apologize to appease the other people. When at the end of the day, niggas and white people are going to judge you either way. So you're better off being even keel, leave your emotions at home, and just have conversations. That's why I just have conversations. If I want to have a deep conversation, I'll call Plug. like I don't like I'll just call them. Like I don't have to I don't have to go through all that. I could talk to my pops or something like that. Like, and I think that's what we have to understand here in the midst of power, right? Power is understanding that you have control at all times. That's what true power is. And that control might not look what some people think it is, but Ryan Clark had way more power than he gave himself credit for. But he let it go every time he apologized. Every time he thought he was standing up for Stephen A. going at Cam Newton with Jason Whitlock. Every time you thought you had to do something to prove who you were, sometimes just be who you are. If a nigga think you solid, he think you solid. If he don't think you solid, he don't think you solid. That's okay.
You can't change it.
That's okay. Like that's okay. Like you don't have to run behind creating who people want you to create. Sco said, if I say it, I mean it, not apologize for it. That's what I'm saying. That apology, and I said this, y'all can go back and watch all our stuff. I said it over and over about Ryan Clark. Why are you apologizing? Apologizing is you admitting guilt. Once you apologize, like I'm gonna say this very clearly for all those in the back of the room. You can explain yourself every day, but you shouldn't apologize every day. It's that simple. Logic,
because he could have leveraged something into a segment to where they probably had no choice. Had you stood on it, they probably had no choice. But man, he getting a lot of attention because the only thing they want is the clicks and views.
Oh yeah.
So you would have stood on it. They probably would have made a segment for you so you can speak on what you normally speak on because people are actually tuning in for that. And they're going to be watching the numbers and the numbers would have went up and this and that and the third. But since you didn't take it as seriously or you backpedal, when you backpedal, guess what? They like, he wasn't serious.
I agree with you, Sco.
He wasn't serious.
I agree. That apology was just I agree. You say it, you say it. And then at the end of the day, y'all, we live in a world where content is over everything.
Everything.
So at the end of the day, why even apologize? People are going to run with it anyway. Like, just say what you say and let everybody else drive the conversation.
For real.
You can have your apology in person. It's easy to say, hey, RG3, bro, I know, like you, and that's one of the things that like really confuse me here, even in these spaces. Like, why are we disagreeing in the chat and changing up the temperature in the room? And if you don't like something that's being said and you know me, let's just talk about it later. But right now, me and Plug are over here trying to make money. Let us make our money. like, don't change the temperature in the room because you want to put your emotions out there. Like, let us have our conversation. Like, this is our conversation. That's why everybody has phones and chat, Snapchat and Instagram, and you can speak your opinion and your rhetoric anywhere you want to speak it. But here, this is Soul's opinion. That is Uncle Plug opinion. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like I don't understand why we want to change the temperature all the time in the room. Sco said, you can definitely apologize in person or a simple call. But he said RG3 saw. Hey, Sco said he ain't gonna let that go by.
Cha-cha-cha. Show me.
All right, hey, well, Sco said he ain't gonna let that one go. He ain't gonna let that one go, man. So we're gonna play a little bit more of this, man. Great conversation, man. Great conversation.
Yeah, man.
And the loyalty he showed me, the love he showed me, the true hurt and pain in his voice when he called me around 4:00 Central Time on Monday, I will never forget that. We are forever friends.
You talking about 4 Central on Monday. What happened on Monday? Because you got 5-minute shifts. Get fired halfway through that job.
Hey, Jack, crazy, right? Hey,
where'd the other box go?
Hey, Smokey was trying to build club houses. You know what I'm saying? He was still in boxes.
He was still in boxes.
Hey, my box disappeared. You know,
the box went away.
Hey, they was like, damn.
I said, then where's he go?
Yeah. So let me put this to bed. I wasn't laid off. I was fired. Right? They're using layoffs as a cover and a camouflage for what they already intended on doing. But there was no cause for it. Right? So because there was no cause for it, you couldn't just fire me. So you had to wait to the layoff so you could camouflage it and veil it, right? But here's the other thing. If I was laid off, like everybody else, it came out on Tuesday. Mine came out on Friday. I get the call. I get a text from our showrunner that tells me to call my boss. I call my boss in the break, tells me they're letting me go. He said, this is a very awkward call. This is a hard call. I could hear how hard it was for him. And if anybody was going to call me that was anywhere on the executive level, whether low or high, he's the person I wanted to, the way he's fought for me and rode for me. And he said, our friends, jokingly, at Outkick had the story, and we're going to leak it. Let me tell you why I know I was fired. Because during the season, after some of the Kyron Lacey news broke, there were people on our...
For a man that got all these answers, seems very shaky to me.
Our network, along with me, that said something about it. Both of those people apologized, as did I. I didn't want to. Right? I was told I couldn't come to work if I didn't. And at that point, I said, well, I can't come to work tomorrow because I don't believe I did anything wrong. Some conversations happened and we got to that point. And Outkick wrote an article about all the people that apologized, two very prominent faces at ESPN. And they praised them for who they were and how they brought this thing back around. And they bashed me, talked about how negative I was and spoke about me in such a nasty way. And I sent an email at that time to Burke Magnus and Dave Roberts, who were working, because we were on an email talking about how we were going to handle it. And I was very poignant in saying, you have to watch who you listen to about me. There's certain people who want to paint me as a certain thing, certain people who want to devalue my voice, certain people who, no matter what I do, with all the great I've done, they've never mentioned that. But in this case, there are three people who are very important to this network, who all did the same thing, who all responded in the same way. And only one of us was vilified. And only one of us was a black man. Mm. And so how...
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Of joy.
I want to do something because this person wanted to do it. What you got to say about it? Give them some wisdom. Give them some real spiel, plug. Give them some real spiel. Thank you, Ambition.
They apologized. If everybody's jockeying for your spot, everybody's jockeying for your position, and if they think that there's any chinks in your armor, they coming for the kill shot at any chance they get. It just is what it is. And you knew, like you just said, you told us everything, every trap, you seen it. Why couldn't you avoid it? Because you know why? Because you was compromised. And so said it. As soon as I heard that, I would have parted ways.
Yep.
Focus my attention and make the main thing the main thing. So you was trying to make two things the main thing. Don't work like that. You got to make the main thing the main thing. It is what it is. And I really feel in my heart of hearts that this had nothing to do with race.
What?
No.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Can we replay live?
I'll say it again, bro.
Somebody arrest Plug. Somebody arrest him. Take away his second G.
You know, I'm hey, when it is, it is. When it ain't, it ain't. I think this everybody would initially feel, oh man, they just fired all the black folks. Nope. I feel as if at that network, you have a game plan to follow. Once you get outside of that game plan, you free game. You free game. And it had nothing to do with that. Because had you stood on it, it is what it is. They would have had to take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. And then you knew where you stood. Like, hey, I know the shot's coming because, hey, I did what they didn't want me to do. I know it's coming. But to compromise, now, you know, the power respects power.
Mm-hmm.
Power respects power. And once you give it away, it's over with. They're going to tap dance on you, man. They're going to tap dance on you. And at the end of the day, it had nothing to do with race. It had everything to do with the SOP, standard operating procedures. Now, either you was gonna stand on it and stay there, or step off and do your own thing. But you compromising yourself is not a good look. It's not a good look.
Skull
You see
said
that?
it's definitely not a race thing.
I'm telling you.
But you know what, Skull? He is spewing propaganda to make it look that way. We have to still call a thing a thing.
But that's also his personal opinion. He's black.
But I'm just saying, I like the conversation. I like the conversation. I'm just trying to let people know that once you position yourself, sometimes the rebrand ain't always easy. And he's lucky that he's associated with an emotional community. Because that's what gets a lot of people going, the emotion, the rhetoric behind it. That's how propaganda becomes so powerful. You come emotionally invested into it, so it's easy to push the agenda. But at the same time, this man had all the answers and still chose to put the wrong answers on the test. Oh, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh, I'll let you play.
He said he's only spilling that story because that's the narrative he wants to shoot out. That's what propaganda is.
Yeah. And it's nothing wrong because now that his main thing is going to be the pivot, that's what he's supposed to do. That's exactly what he's supposed to do. I mean, hey, in this space, you gotta capitalize on everything. You know, everybody's gonna be spinning their narrative, making their money off of his pain. So guess what? We finna capitalize off that too. And then guess what? We're gonna up the score on these boys. And hopefully, and I hope he's thinking like the ones that was tuning in for me on ESPN, I hope they don't even watch no more. Yeah. Now, how you gonna leverage this? That's what I'm saying. But I'm not trying to beat you up. I'm your brother. Souls is your brother. We here to help. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody on the advisory board. We the ones you need to come get because we the people. And I ain't talking about the Constitution. We the people. He's pretty much saying.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. We both go ahead, Cheeks. Go ahead.
He's pretty much saying without saying, I'm not at ESPN anymore. Tune into the pivot. That's exactly what he's saying.
Skull, can I ask you a question? Because I know you stand on what you stand on. Let's say that's correct, though. How do you now watch the pivot in what perspective?
Me?
No, I'm asking. Yeah, you too, but I'm asking Skull too. Like, how do you now tune in to something where somebody just told you a year ago they only wanted the acceptance for how they wanted him to move? So are we saying this? So are we saying that we're okay that he's changing and coming back home? Is he now the prodigal son? Like, I'm just trying to see. Go ahead.
If everybody is, I mean, yeah, like that ambition.
I've been saying that. I've been saying that on everybody's platform. We are the algorithm. We do push media. We are media. But we don't seem to see it that way all the time. I agree with you.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it the same way we've been watching it because now we know what to expect. Now you just expose your hand because I believe every man is gonna feel a certain way when they do answer that question that you just rendered the scope, because everybody's been in a situation where they had to compromise due to their responsibilities. Due to their responsibilities, everybody ain't gonna be just sitting in a situation.
Is it compromise or sacrifice?
Sacrifice.
Because compromises mean you're doing something to like appease others too. Like sacrifice meaning that I'm now laying down something that I know is going to benefit my mission, my vision, things of that nature.
Right.
He said they don't really talk about sports like that on the pivot, so I can really tune in like that. Yeah, it's a good podcast, but to tune into it every day, I don't think I'll be watching. Like, I like it. I like it.
I don't watch it like yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah. I was gonna say
one. One more 4th and 1 than the pivot. I ain't gonna even.
Well,
lie
we
to you.
always having fun. Freaking facts by the
Facts
tons
by
to
the
the
tons
rising
before
of
the
the
rising
sun.
of the sun. Hey, Cam, we
Shout out
rock
to
with you over here,
Cam.
man.
Shout out to
You know what I'm
Cam,
saying?
man. She said, "Yep."
Come on
Sacrifice.
in.
Yeah.
Come on
Come
in.
on
We
in.
on 10. Yeah.
Yeah. She said,
So
"Yep."
every
Sacrifice. Yeah.
man has made that sacrifice. So they're gonna feel like they were compromised, but they were making a sacrifice. That's how I can say it. Like, yeah, they may feel as if they had compromised, but they also was making a sacrifice for the greater good of whoever they're protecting and providing for. And you know what I mean? So it is what it is. So every man has done that. You know what I'm saying? So we can't blame him because most have been in that position to make that sacrifice, you know, but having that power ain't all about just the money. It ain't just about the money. Your presence is everything, and you need to recognize that and stop. Y'all stop it. Once you do something, man. Once you buy something, man, buy a share or something, man. So you and flip your mind and understanding that, you know what I mean. Like, hey, man, I'm a owner in this. Once you buy a share, you got to feel like you're a part owner in this. You know what I mean? You got to recognize your presence, man. Recognize your presence and your power, man. Because this right here, he lost. I bet you these next few episodes of Pivot probably gonna be raw. Because now he ain't got.
But I think it's like what Sko said though. Ryan Clark he has to find a way to now separate the pivot and create like a pivot sports where like we get your day-to-day commentary about what you said you were the greatest in. We now need to see you kind of like Cam does it every day on 4th and 1, right? Cam is able to be an analyst of sports and talk about what's going on in the world. And the pivot is more of an interview. Let's sit down and have a dialogue, grown man lounge type thing.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the midst of this, Ryan Clark needs to create a form of 4th and 1 so that people can see your greatness as a journalist and an analyst. Like people are gonna want to see that. So that's the one thing I would highly suggest for him for sure.
Don't play with it. Stay with it.
Poignant.
Because
at the end of the day, what, boss man?
No, go ahead, bro.
Purposeful is it to make sure that that's the exact same publication that gets the story that I'm going to be fired? Because you know what they're going to do? They're going to praise ESPN. They're going to pump ESPN up for getting rid of the person who stands up for the community. And they're going to say that these are all the reasons why I didn't belong on TV in the first place. So let's garner as much positive publicity as we can early before all of these people that you've seen come out on my behalf and say I was the best in the world at the job and I deserved better. One, I didn't deserve to be laid off or fired. It ain't about money. Two, I didn't deserve to be handled that way. So let's get ahead of it. And they were going to get ahead of it by leaking it to someone who they know hated me.
I would say, bro, how could this be that thought out when they just asked you if we could all as a crew come on First Take in August? That don't make no sense. When I saw it and how they did it and how outspoken you are about the community and how like you're talking. Some people don't agree with your stances and don't like that you were that open on their platforms. To me, it seemed like it was almost like buck breaking.
Slave return.
You know, where you're the outspoken one, you're alpha. Let's embarrass him so everybody else gets in line. So nobody else talks crazy to us anymore, goes through emails or whatever. Like, no, let's teach him a lesson. Let's embarrass him on national TV so that they all line up.
Yeah, I think that could be part of it, you know? Like, I also know that
he knows.
Private company.
He knows.
They get to make
their
decision.
He knows, bro. He knows.
Yeah.
When he asked him that, he was like, yeah, he's realizing, man, my part, I had my part in this. I can see it.
Thank you. Thank you. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like he's literally like, and we're seeing the authentic Ryan Clark, right? The dude who's on the fence, that's him.
Yeah.
Even in a moment where he could be as direct as he would like with that question, he still didn't answer it.
Because he's still trying to get somewhere on another network. He's still trying.
Thank you, Plug.
Based on what they want to make them on what they want to do.
So did he learn his lesson or not then?
No.
Okay.
No. But I guess when he comes to the table, it'll be different. Now, when he come to the table, like is what I speak on the pivot, is that going to compromise what I do here? Or is it just sports over here and I can speak on what I want to speak on? That's what the negotiation is supposed to came in. Yeah, you ain't lying. And in his mind, he's really saying, it was on me though. I can see it. I can see it in his body language. I can see it in his facial. He know it's on him. And we know, bro. And we understand. We totally understand. But next time, if you do step into one of these rooms with these executives, guess what? Hey, put everything on the table. Hey, man, I speak like this over here. And I don't want to get that up. So is this going to come with this? Because now what they might do, just to keep your mouth shut, that 2 turns into 4. Now what you going to do? Now what you going to do when that 2 turn into 4? Or that 4, or say that 2 turn into 12? What if CBS actually has more money, or NBC has more money to give you? Because they don't have a Pat McAfee or Stephen A over here where they're giving out big bucks to. And they say, oh, we had no problem giving you 10. Now what you gonna do? Think about it. Think about it.
Let's go
when he gets to another network. Yeah. When he gets to another network, he has to let them know everything up front and let them see the real Ryan. Yeah. Trill.
but how, so I think so. Sko and Plug, y'all are confusing me at the same time though.
How?
Because y'all are saying they need to know the real Ryan. We don't know the real Ryan. Ryan doesn't know the real Ryan doesn't know the real Ryan. That's what I'm saying. Like it's almost like y'all are like blinded to like what's going on. Like he doesn't know the real Ryan. Because he just told us for a whole year after getting the answer from Stephen A, he still went to those same people and asked what could he do.
Mm-hmm.
So does he know the real Ryan? Like, how can he go somewhere and request something that he's not being able to articulate to us today?
Because it's more of a being that he was already within the machine. Being that he was already within the machine and made a change, now coming in with a new slate is more of a now I'm coming and you already know what went on over there. Well, I'm gonna tell you.
So y'all speaking on from that day forward.
Yeah, from this interview forward.
Gotcha. Okay.
On this interview forward, you got to
okay.
come in and be like, this is me. This is how I get down. This is what happened. This is me. I do this on the pivot. If there's an issue in my community, I speak on it. And then they're like, yeah, because ESPN is all sports. Over there, it's maybe CBS or NBC, they do talk about cultural topics. So at the same time, he may have more elbow room. You know what I'm saying? He might not have to be so squeaky as you know he would be, just as long as he ain't getting no DUIs or OUIs.
Gotcha. I feel you. Sko said he knows, but he just still has his blinder on. Welcome in, Times. Appreciate you, big dog. He says, Soul's always good to see you, my brother. You're starting to remind me of my older brother who is in the military. I spoke to him today. It's hard to talk to him because he's in the mountains far away. He said, one thing my pops always told me, don't ever change who you are to please anybody to make money and for them to accept you. He said the pivot is different. Yeah. What's up, Miles? Welcome in, Big Miles. Appreciate you, dog.
What's up, bro? What's up, bro?
Do know is they didn't take a vote. This wasn't about the majority, right? This wasn't about the people I work with day to day, because my phone don't say that. Production people who ain't worked with me in 5-6 years. Thank you for how you treated me. Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for your professionalism. Thank you for showing up constantly. You know, Monday night. Thank you for always. If we didn't have any talent on a meeting, you were always there. You were always on time. You were always building things for the other people on that set. Thank you. And so when the people you work with cry for you, man, that means the world to me. When I get the messages of like the fact that I supported you, the fact that I was there for you means the world to you. Like it gave you the legs to stand up and be who you were on TV. Like that matters. This was a dictatorship. A person or a group of persons, very small group, they didn't poll the majority.
Yeah.
They didn't ask that question. Because you asked that question, now you got to say, even though you told me just how important he was, I don't care. I don't care. I know how important you think he is, and you work with him every day. I don't care how important you think he is. I don't like him. People like me don't like him. They keep calling my phone. I don't want my phone to ring no more. Right? There's other things I'll defend. I'll defend talking about another executive. I'll defend that. I'll defend sabotage. I'll defend getting sued. I'll defend all those things. What I'm not going to defend is you standing up for Angel Reese and everybody being mad about the way he did it. Or about what you said about, I'm not going to defend that. No. I'm not going to defend you standing on 10 toes for them all the time. It's not what I'm going to do. I'm not going to take those calls. And that was the decision that was made. And I believe that that has a large role in why it was made.
Bro, we know how much you love what you do and how hard you work and how passionate you are. And we've seen numerous occasions where we've had opportunities on this show to make X amount of money, and you help us understand that it's not about the money. It's about the quality of the work that we have to put out and the lives it's going to touch. So we agree with you. It's not about the money. It's never been about that. It's about
right there, bro.
Your job and simply what you love to do. But when you text me, like all the other people you spoke about,
that's crazy. Because that whole ESPN situation was about the money. Or was it? What was it about? What was it about?
You got to tell me, plug.
Y'all
the ones giving him the benefit of the doubt.
No, like real talk. Like I'm really asking, like, okay, so if you just said that Freddie T, that you said that he said that it wasn't all about the money, then what was it about?
But
this at ESPN.
This is what makes life difficult, right? Like Freddie T is in a tough spot now. You see what I mean? Because Freddie T has to pick. Do I say here on the pivot what I need to say just so that we can move forward and we can have the conversation in private? And I think that's what he's doing. I think he's trying to highlight, which is nothing wrong with that. I think he's trying to highlight the positive things of Ryan Clark. But I think in privacy, in secrecy, they're having the real conversation. Because this is the first show we ever heard Shannon Crowder speak up like that. Like like we never have heard him speak on. You can't show me a show where he talks about any race or anything like that. Like that's not, how he got, people talked about him when he had Terrence Crawford up there talking about he'll take the money over his integrity and all that, and that went viral and all that. So like, I think this is a conversation they're having here to protect Ryan Clark. And I think they're having the deep conversation separately. And I think it's going to be one of those things where, hey, bro, next time we probably shouldn't turn down this bag.
Yeah.
If it's going to turn out like this anyway,
yeah,
we need to do X, Y, and Z next time. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
But I don't know what your take is.
Yeah. I'm feeling the same way, because when him saying that, I'm like, then what was it about? Because obviously you was making that compromise for the bag. For the bag. So if it wasn't about the bag, then what was it about? It wasn't about the bag because your bag over there was good, so you didn't want to compromise that bag with the bag you're getting. That's crazy, man. Time say souls, Uncle Plug. I listen real good, and my pops always told me to listen. They said, did nobody give you heads up? He said Stephen A. Smith knew he was going to get fired. I think he didn't know that he was going. I'm talking about like, yeah, it was that part where he said, well, Stephen A. called him, and to hear the tone of his voice. Yes. So he did know prior to that. He just didn't know when it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So he still was showing up even though he knew it was happening. Ted says owning your own platform is way more important to sign the big networks unless you don't think unless you don't think because and get exposure. So I'm confused. If you was in the position sold or Uncle Plug and y'all told me, hey, time, they're gonna fire you, you think I would have did that NFL live show? Yeah. Oh, what he's saying is, okay, if we told him that he was about to get fired, he would have never done that NFL live show. It was still about the bag. I'm still going to get paid for this segment. I'm finna go, it's about the bag. It's the bag. Yeah, when RG3 picks and chooses his battles in the black community, he just needs to stick to talking about football and leave everything else alone. Now, here you go. I agree with that, Souls. The paper can't be ignored, Miles. You ain't never lied. Ted's respect, family. You ain't never lied. He said Disney don't like sharing slaves. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. You on this plantation and this plantation alone. Except in the bag comes with stipulations. They can also take that bag from you swiftly.
I agree. I definitely agree, man. We're gonna play a little bit more of this, y'all, because we do got a couple more segments that we do want to get to y'all with. But this is a great conversation, bro. Great.
Richard said so. Basically, RG3 needs to slide more. now, tell RG3 to be quiet, bro.
Nah, man. I think we should allow people to speak however they want to speak, and if you don't like it, don't tune in. I think we're starting to get to a point where we feel like we're judge and jury. Just don't tune in. You don't have to watch. You don't have to hear anything that you disagree with. We all have the same 24 hours. You can click buy if you want. Like you don't have to tune in. You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest thing. So
I said, man, this man lying. April Fool's, it ain't April. I didn't believe him, but I didn't want to respond that way because it caught me off guard. And I was like, ain't no fucking way these people are that stupid to do one of their best, put people like that. And I ain't saying that because we rock, but I just know what it is. But even then, you know, I started searching the internet and trying to figure out, like many people might be, like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Like, is this a Netflix doc situation? Like, what's really going on? And we've been hearing reports about, you know, the disagreement with Peter. Right? Yeah. They're trying to pit you and Pat against each other. And so many other things people are trying to stir up and figure out what's going on. Like Chan said, like they're looking or waiting for a scandal, right? Yeah. But it's simpler than that.
Oh yeah, it's no scandal. Let me be very clear. I love Pat McAfee. I think what Pat McAfee set out to do really put in place a blueprint for a lot of us. Like, can we do it and be accepted or received at that level, at that amount of money? Probably not. He's an anomaly in that way, but I respect and admire what he's built so much. Right. Peter Schrager, like me and Peter don't have an issue, right? I would think if you ask him right now, obviously after what went on with us, there's been nobody that's nicer to him. And I do want to address that as well. Going into last season, that was when I met with the executive and said, hey, look, I can only see one reason why you'll have a problem with me because it's not my work. And I get my schedule. I'm supposed to work Thursday, Friday on Get Up and First Take. I fly in on Wednesday night. That's what my schedule says. So I fly in on Wednesday night. I never get an email. I never get a text message. Normally you get that about the production meeting. I don't get that. So I wake up in the morning and I was like, well, you know, I'm not working. I'm texting. Hey, am I off of it? And I cut the TV on and Taylor and Will are on, which, like, I'm happy for them. Them boys worked hard to get that opportunity, right? Go do your thing. But I was upset because, wait, you can't call me and tell me that the schedule's changed? I don't deserve the respect of believing that this is my schedule. And along with some other people, we built Get Up. That junk was dying. Your original idea didn't work. So it was Dan and it was Marcus and it was Culture Wednesday with me and Dominique. That's why that show lasted to be what it is that you turned it into now. And the people who I built that with, y'all just couldn't call me and just tell me, RC, we made another decision. And I asked, man, and another thing I'm mad at myself, I begged and begged to be back on that show. Because it meant so much to me that we built it and to be on it. And they just kept telling me, people aren't doing both shows. Dan's doing both shows all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Damian Woody's doing both shows
Mike, that's
all the
a
time.
great take. That's a great take, Mike. Look, if you want to talk about anything you want, then do it on your own shit. ESPN do not hire this dude as a football analysis for NFL Live to talk about politics and culture. That's real shit. That's real spill. I cannot dispute that. That's real talk. ESPN is strictly about sports. It's strictly about sports. And if anybody gets that confused, then that's something you got to deal with in your chest. You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly, I cannot dispute you on that. Ambition says, if you're watching, welcome in, please hit the like button in the stream, share the videos, hype the videos, and subscribe to the channel. Please do that. Y'all are in here. Please tap that like button. Please. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Time said, oh, I'm sorry, brother.
No, you good.
Say Time said, I believe that it had a little bit to do with the guy, Peter, coming from the NFL Network, who they want to put in a position, and Ryan Clark went in on him. To give you my take on that, Time, I really believe that being the merging of NFL Network, that's a fucking, as crazy as it is, whoever works over that NFL Network is trash. Like, NFL Network started out real good with Good Morning Football when Nate Burleson was over there, and they had Kate, Peter, and Kyle. That was a great show. It was a great show. It was in competition with Get Up and First Take because it did run into both those slots. That's why I don't think it's by accident that Nate Burleson ended up going to CBS. I'm just saying, I thought about that the year that it happened. You know what I mean? I thought about the year that it happened. So yeah, Peter's a good analyst, but at the same time, bro, like, to be completely honest, nobody want to see no damn Peter. Don't nobody really want to see Wendy either. The dude that be talking basketball, don't nobody want to see these guys, man. Nobody want to see these two fluffy ass dudes, man. Nobody want to see them, bro. I don't personally. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened to Kyle. I don't know why Kyle didn't really get a shake.
Yeah.
Kyle was that lacrosse guy, the little frat. He was almost like the frat boy. I liked him. I kind of thought that Pat took his swag a little bit. I ain't gonna lie about it. What was that? What was it? What was that last comment, bro?
He said Peter is trash.
Oh yeah, Peter's trash, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And Michael said it's business, and that kind of talk turns off 50% of the audience, and they've been bleeding viewers. Real talk. Don't nobody really, when you tune in to get highlights, you know what I'm saying? Even though Sports Center is, you know, you go and get your highlights, find out who won, this, that, and the third, before the app started showing up, and you can go get your, you know, get your sports, or not the sports, but just the scores. If you're a gambler, you know what I'm saying? Make sure your ticket covered. You know, you fell asleep on the game and you want to see if your ticket's covered. That's cool. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? You really want to see their take on the game, and no one wants to talk. Nobody wants to hear that, bro. Real talk. Nobody wants to hear that. You completely honest. I can deal with that. Disney fired most of the NFL Network analysts so they didn't have to pay them. I mean, Charles Davis is the voice of Madden. He's one of the voice on Madden, and he was fired. And really, there was no competition, or really no analysts that you could bring over from NFL Network. The only one you brought over was Rich Eisen, and they did a little experiment with Rich Eisen over there on ESPN. It was fucking boring. It was freaking boring. NFL Network was dying. Now, what y'all gonna do with that over there? Now, instead of partnering up with the Primes and the Netflix, why don't y'all bring the NFL over to the NFL Network? Yep, that's exactly what ESPN. He put the quotes on sports, entertainment, and sports network programming. Well, we could be on this the whole damn shit, we could do like 4 hours on this, one take.
We'll appreciate y'all, but like even this one right here, when Ted was saying they were bought by the Saudi Arabian company, I sat down with Plug, man, like I forgot what holiday it was, and I told him, I said, man, sports is starting to be bought out by the international world. Like sports is about to start looking very different. It's different when the rabbit got the gun, man, because everything at the end of the day is about money. You know what I mean? So everybody got their hands into it. Yeah, everybody.
Here is greed. Over there, it's about the sport. It's about giving it to the people the way they want to view it. Here, it's about greed.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So that's Ryan Clark, man. We'll probably touch this again, man.
No middleman.
Yeah, we might, or me and Plug might bring y'all something special, man, because it's a lot here, man. It's a great conversation. I think it's a great conversation. We were able to see a lot of what's not just going on in the networks, but what's going on in people's like personal thought process, how they think through things. We did talk about a couple more people who actually were let go. And one of the people who were let go and had a totally different outlook on this was the one and only Cam Newton. So we're going to slide over to Cam Newton to see what he had to say about being let go. And you could see that the thought process and the feelings are a little different. So here we go with Cam Newton.
Oh, the moment that we've all been waiting for, brother. 4th down, Newton's all pagan.
Well, Cam, what do we have here, man? We heard the news,
brother,
and later heard the news about yourself in regards to ESPN. So, we all want to know, man. What's your thoughts?
I'll say it this way, man. First off, appreciate all the support. Okay, and I'll take this time to say, my experience at ESPN was nothing less than pristine.
Yeah.
What I went into this situation expecting is something that I did not expect I would enjoy as much as I did. Working alongside with some of the most talented journalists and, sports individuals that cover sports was something that it got me to realize that have a newfound respect for the skill. Molly Carroll, Shea Cornett, obviously Stephen A. Smith, Ryan Clark, when you had Dan Orlovsky, Peter Schrager, the list goes on, and all the countless producers and support team that went into making sure that I was equipped with all the information each and every episode. It was second to none. So when you hear certain things, it was like, dang, it's messed up how they did Ryan. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Hey, you can go with it too. They're like, dang! You have to make light of something, because for me, if this isn't a way for all athletes and even content creators to learn one important rule of the times that we live in right now. If you don't own your own platform, you're going to get overlooked, bypassed, and be extinct.
Did y'all just hear what Cam said? Cam is saying what Mike just put into the chat. So we're going to play that back real quick.
A way for all athletes and even content creators to learn one important rule of the times that we live in right now. If you don't own your own platform, you're going to get overlooked, bypassed, and be extinct just like dinosaurs. Look at what's happening here.
Okay.
It's unfortunate what happened to Ryan Clark, but what I will tell you is this: Ryan Clark gonna be okay. The pivot ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate what happened to me. Some would think, but I'm good. 4th and 1 ain't going nowhere. Funky Friday ain't going nowhere.
Not at all.
When you think about what happened to Emmanuel Atta, Joy Taylor, different circumstances, different networks, different situations, but this is what you have to understand. When you look at the speakeasy, all right, and when you look at other sports personalities having and taking control of their own narrative, it's imperative that walking into this industry, you would be a fool asinine behavior if you don't take that opportunity to say, number one, I need to learn as much as I possibly can because I do not know when that time is going to call when I get tapped on my shoulder.
Mhm.
Number two, also take this as a way to bring more attention, more eyeballs, and to also magnify your personal IP. And I knew that that's what my intentions were.
Yeah.
They knew that that was what my intentions were. I was counseled to say, Cam, there's not another platform on linear television in your field like ESPN. And that was truer words that could not be spoken any clearer. You can't make me hate ESPN.
No.
What I've learned, it was an internship almost. The production value, they're the leading sports source for a reason.
So, Cam Newton, I know you guys want to hear it the way you want to hear it, but Cam Newton accepted the system, chose to be a part of the system, to learn from the system. Let me say that one more time. Cam Newton accepted the system, took part in the system, to ultimately learn from the system.
Tabernacle.
That's all that soul says over and over again every day.
Church.
You just because you're into something doesn't mean that's who you are.
Wow.
See, a lot of people think because you don't identify or speak something the way they want you to articulate it that you don't identify. No. Cam remained true to Cam.
Wow.
But he also knew that if I pass up this opportunity, because Cam 4th and 1 show is different from everything.
Yeah.
Like Cam got like a little mini ESPN set up, right? He can have a panel of people sitting up there with him right now.
And his money long now.
Yeah, he has the ticker going across the back with all the updates. He had like he has everything that ESPN had. Like, look at it. Like when you can really see who takes away from the game and the system and who chooses to push back against the system.
Mm-hmm.
But the system is undefeated.
Undefeated.
So the one thing you can do is soak up the game within the system and bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
Like Cam said, he walked into it knowing that, hey, I'm not gonna change ESPN. ESPN is not gonna change for Cam.
Mm-mm.
But I am gonna soak up and build up my Rolodex.
Mm-hmm.
And then push it back out to those.
Church.
That's what people don't. I say it all the time. There's no one that's above the system that think they're not going to take something from the system to be able to move the system. It just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way.
No, sir.
Plug couldn't been a barber without going to barber school. He could have cut hair in his house for the rest of his life. He probably could have made a decent amount of money without being part of it. But doing things the correct way, being able to put that piece of paper up on his wall so that if he ever gets somebody busting his house because he got a hater next door to him that say, hey, every day this black man got 15 cars in our neighborhood parked on the side. What are you doing in there?
Getting money.
So he getting money, he cutting hair, he fading. But then the day they kick his door down, he ain't got no license. Now he's shut down for good.
Yep, handcuffed.
So all that wealth and all that money he made for all those years went out the window because he didn't want to take one step that he needed to go do. You can't skip.
Who is this Souls person? He should have a channel.
No, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear it because it doesn't sound good in the moment. Yep. But we'll take it from Cam Newton though. Like it just doesn't sound good.
But when I heard his take, I was like pleasantly pleased. I was like, how Cam gonna take this? And when I heard his take, I was like, that's my boy. Cam don't let me down. Cam don't let me down, man. That's how what's the name should be like, hey man, this happened, man. And I did it. I compromised myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I went to the executives and I said this and that and the third, but it's on me. I shouldn't have did that. I should have went ahead, and when I found out that Buddy didn't rock with me like that, I should have went ahead and chucked my deuces then. But in hindsight, damn, I effed up. Y'all, please forgive me, man, for me compromising my beliefs and what I believe in, man. We're going to get back to the normal over here at the Pivot. You know what I mean? And we're going to get back to what y'all like to see. And I'm going to stand on what I stand on.
Yeah.
Thank you, ESPN.
Yeah.
Big checks. Thank you.
Yeah.
Big checks.
like you, like, I mean, sometimes it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. That's why I always tell people my motto is facts over feelings, dog. I don't care how you feel about what I'm saying. I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you, dog. I did it for 20 years, dog, and I live a lavish, great, comfortable life. And I'll be lying to anybody out there if I don't tell you how there's possible steps that you can take to be just like me when I was 38 and I have an option to pick what I want to do. I have options of what I want to do. I have 3 college degrees. It doesn't matter. It's just paper, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a system that pays me for the next 200 years that I'm on this earth. My children would never have to worry about medical care in their life.
Mm-hmm.
I can sit down today and go to school and get paid for it for the rest of my life.
198.
It might not sound popular to some, but I learned that system.
Mm-hmm. You got to work it.
And I had to
learn from it.
Every day I turned around, I had 2 young ones that I seen benefiting and flourishing from dad's sacrifice, not compromise, sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Not selling out, his sacrifice.
Wow.
I don't bleed blue, nigga. I wasn't trying to go to Iraq and get shot at. I wasn't. That wasn't what I signed up for.
No.
I came in as a broke kid out of Shreveport, Louisiana. My daddy told me, you got a young lady pregnant and you better go take care of your child. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you need to do it. And I remember this little lame white dude standing in my 11th grade English class in Miss Eli class. His name was Technical Sergeant Knockin. We'll never forget his name. He stood there in front of the class and told all of us, hey, if you want to travel the world, if you want free education, come see me. We all laughed at him. Some of us went back to sleep once he left. Because at that time, I was an athlete. I didn't even have a reason to be sitting in classes. But that following year, less than 365 days later, life changed. And he said, boy, you got a baby on the way. I'm 17 years old. I'm 17 years old. We're about to have a baby on the way.
Skeet.
I can say that I'm the best running back, linebacker in the world, but man, I know the chances of me making it to the NFL are very slim. I remember that white lame dude that was standing in front of my class. I'm about to go to Line Avenue and go see what Texar Knockin talking about.
See what they talking about. Yeah,
and you know what? He kept every promise he said in the class.
Yeah, come on in.
And I'm proof of it.
We on 10. Yeah.
I'm proof of it. So I would never not tell someone. Just like when a young man or woman asks me about the military, I'm going to tell them this. Mm-hmm. If you don't have to go, don't go.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to tell you the truth about the system. But if you feel like you need this at this moment, hey, come sit down with me. Let's write out a timeline. And you need to achieve these things in this timeline. Mm-hmm. You can't get off of this timeline though. If you don't achieve these things at this timeline, you will fail. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling y'all. So that's how I look at things, and I appreciate Cam Newton being able.
But you was hell as a recruiter too, bro. I know you were hell as a recruiter.
I know you were.
Hold on. They were lining up.
Hold on. Hey. See, you know, sometimes you gotta show people.
You gotta show them.
Sometimes you gotta show them when they take you to the. See, early in my career, they took me to the Louisville Slugger factory to get a personalized bat made for putting the most recruits in 1 month. This is a Coopersville bat with my name carved in it. I got to watch them put it on the print and everything.
Wow.
I don't have to sit here and gloat about everything I know, but I will tell you.
You should sometimes.
Nah, there's no reason to
blow the whistle.
Because those who want to because those who truly want to follow will follow.
Ooh, yeah.
Those who truly want to follow will follow.
Hey, yo.
So while you fumbling, trying to figure out how you're gonna eat your next meal, I can tell you a way out. I can show you a way out. It might not be how you want it, but it'll be right on time. I guarantee it won't fail you. I guarantee you. I walk into Plug Mansion, I get lost.
Hey.
Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. I'm off my soapbox.
Boy, it got a little suds up there, boy. It got a little hustle. It might say, I respect the hustle. You did respect the hustle. Now, I just told my son this the other day. He was like, I can go to the army. I'm like, nah, you can just be a police officer. Hey, you just be a police officer, but you ain't got to do all that.
Hey, Scope, if that's what Scope, I'm telling you right now, if he want to be a police officer, let me know, man. My brother done it for 17 years. I can tell you can put him on the phone with another black man that serves one of the most dangerous communities in the world called Shreveport, Louisiana.
Whatever you need, man.
My brother will give him the realities and how to make it home safely every day and make them chochos, as my brother.
Business owners, handymans, anything, any jack of all trades. We know them all.
And wait till next year. Wait till next year, because Plug know what's going on. Wait till next year. Wait till I make the biggest announcement ever. I'm gonna act a fool then. I'm gonna
be over there. I'm gonna be in the back. For real. And you're gonna have to work. Like Michael said, you're gonna have to work. He said, you can't be on the soapbox if it's real. You did what I'm talking about. Yeah. Hey, 7 on the come out every time. Say less.
Hey, for real. Hey, it's proof in the pudding, man. I know a lot of black successful men, man, and I know people don't like to say, "Why you got to say black?" Because that's what y'all want to see. We can gather you up a bunch of them.
That's what we need to see.
That's
what I want to see.
A bunch of them. And I'm gonna tell you this: everybody rhetoric won't be the same, but they all have the same vision. They all have the same vision. So.
Yeah, my man. Bad, respect, bro. Respect, bro. Respect. I appreciate everything you said, bro. I'm pretty sure the chat has expressed their appreciation. They expressed their appreciation for everything that was said. You understand me? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man. Yeah, man. It's different out here, that was good. That was cool. We got 2 different takes on one network from 2 different individuals, and bro, and the individuals had 2 different takes, and they took it to 2 different ways. One seen it as a blow to the chest, and the other one seen it as a stepping stone and a learning lesson. And that was very, very appreciated. I appreciated both takes, but Cam take was better. I like Cam take better. I really did.
I never seen it put that way, Ted. I like how he worded it. He said, if for one no longer want to be owned, but temporarily for a lot of money can be traded off depending on the job.
I think that's the problem we have today. A lot of young men aren't around a lot of good, solid men. But of course, I do appreciate the young men that I do run into or happen to cut that do have solid pops at the house. I love that. And a solid stepdad too. I love that. And you can tell when I hear that, yes, sir. Oh man, that just warms my heart, man. Like, hey, that just warmed my heart. When I hear that, when I hear yes, sir, no, sir, dog, that warms my heart, because not only are you listening to the information that is being given to you at home, you're displaying that outside, and you're making your house look like what you do when you do that is make your parents look good. You make them look good, and you look good while you making them look good. They taught you, and you are applying it.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. What Plug just said is important. I want to give all people this advice. You won't have the thoughts Ryan Clark had once you're moving in that direction. Because every day I can wake up and my father is proud of me. I don't have to go and ask them what they want of me. When my father took his time to fly to Chicago, he showed me how proud he was of me. You see what I mean? It's a difference, right? And I think sometimes that's the root of most of the problem. What's up, B? Cast out cares. What's up? What's up? I think that's the root of a lot of problems. And we talk about this a lot on No Middleman, the absence of a true man in people's lives. Because once you have a man in your life that you call a father or whatever you call him, at that point, long as you can wake up and know that they're okay and proud of you, you will never have to go walk in the office and try to explain how you want me to act. Because my dad told me,
he'll tell me, my pappy told me, boy, you shouldn't have said that, boy. Or he said, hey, I ain't got no problem with it, boy. You just spoke your mind. Oh, I don't need no more clearance.
Every time my daddy called me, my daddy be like, son, why your daughter got that picture up on social media? You know what I mean? Like your father will guard you from a distance. Like it's hey son, hey, go ahead that comment. All right, dad. All right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the day my dad called me and he heard something that he didn't like, he'll tell me. So as long as he good and happy, I'm straight.
Yeah. Have you gotten that call?
No.
Nah, okay, but we ain't worried about a motherfucking thing. You dig what I'm saying? Because I know he'll tell you to tell me. If you're like, what's up? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I definitely do that, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Already. If you care enough to give me your, man, I'm gonna receive that. Yes, sir. What?
He said, I remember my pops used to look at me and he didn't say a word. I already knew what he wanted me to do. Yes, sir.
Straight up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bike straight, head high, chin up, tighten up. What?
So we're gonna let y'all choose, chat. We're gonna let y'all choose. Go
ahead.
Do y'all want to hear about Tyreek Hill, or y'all want to talk about LeBron going to Philly? What do y'all want, chat?
I know what I want.
I got one more topic for y'all because I gotta head out in a few. But what do y'all want to hear? Do y'all want to hear about Tyreek Hill, or do y'all want to hear about LeBron going to Philly? Let me know. Let us know. We need 2 votes, and hopefully they're the same.
Tyreek Hill. We got 1 for Tyreek Hill. We got V for Tyreek Hill. We got 2 for Tyreek Hill.
All right. The chat has
Let's go. Hey, but before we get to the last segment, you know what I'm saying? If y'all need to go pee, or y'all need to go get you something to drink real quick, we're gonna take a little pause for the calls. and
what gotta do.
Yeah, we're gonna take a little pause for the calls, and we're gonna be right back and say, because when you gotta get out of here, bro?
In a few. I got about 15 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes. Go ahead and do your thing. Yeah, let me check though. Go ahead. We'll put a pause for the call. We'll play some music.
Okay.
Welcome to 1181 Pressure Plays. From the bayou to the turf, where pressure creates legends. Born with a
Welcome to the locker room.
Feel lights. Every scar tell a story.
And we pull no punch.
Stripes. No excuses, no handouts, no fear in our veins. Only warriors survive when it's 4th and inches in the rain. This ain't opinions, this is film study. This ain't hot takes, this is blood money. Built for the grind, built for the smoke. Pressure don't break us. Pressure make goats. You love it. 81. Pressure plays. Pressure plays. From the bayou to the turf. To the turf. We don't fall, we attack. Every play, every fact. Boom, boom, boom. Pressure. Boom, boom, boom. Pressure. We don't fall, we attack. Every play, every fact. Boom, boom, boom. Pressure. Boom, boom, boom. Pressure. Breaking down the trenches where the real wars begin. Mind of a coach with the heart to win. From LSU nights to Sunday glory, every legend started with an untold story. We respect the grind, not the hype online. Championships built one rep at a time. Hey, everybody talking. You really know we're exposing the game from the film to the floor. Pressure. Can you stand when the lights get brighter? Can you breathe when the fog gets tighter? Pressure. Legends don't run, they rise. 81. Pressure plays. From the bayou to the turf. Where preparation meets domination. No fear, no quit, no mercy, no miss. Pressure isn't the problem. Pressure is the standard.
And we're back.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. So we have it here, man. We have Tyreek Evans, man. I said Evans, Tyreek Hill. I'm thinking basketball and football at the same time. We have Tyreek Hill, man. For those who don't know, we're talking about power today. We spoke about Ryan Clark, we spoke about Cam Newton, and then we're talking about Tyreek Hill, who said he has no power in his left leg. And this could be nervous for a lot of sports fans out there, depending if you're a bettor. I know sports betting has gone crazy lately. So this could be a big one for those who support that world. So we're going to play 2 videos from him on TikTok from Bleacher Report. And then we're going to have a discussion about it. And then we should be able to speak on about to 4:30. So we should be good. So here we go.
Oh yeah. Anyways, I'm doing some push-ups with my left leg. My left leg is the one that I injured. I have no power in my left leg at all, so I'm trying to regain all the power back in my left leg. I've been activating the quads, the glutes, the hamstrings, the calves. I've been doing all the stability work, all the mobility work I need to, get my knee back right. But it's one day at a time. Oh yeah. Anyways, I'm doing some push-ups with my left leg. My left leg is the one that I injured. I have no power in my left leg at all, so I'm trying to regain all the power back in my left leg.
So that's that one, and here's the next one.
Right now, man. Oh my God. I'm feeling different, dog. It's another beautiful day in Miami, huh? Where it's raining with no clouds. When they told me they're not be able to walk in the dog was like, bro, we don't know what's gonna happen with your future. And now look at me. That's good.
So just for copyright purposes, we're going to mute it. But he's talking about how he's currently feeling. As you can see, this is a full completion of the video that he just talked about not having power in his left leg. this. He just said it right there as well. If you're able to see the captions on the screen. So I just wanted to have this talk, man, about Tyreek Hill. We all know that Tyreek Hill has had a lot of uphill battles these past couple seasons, not just physically, but also in his personal life as well, with relationships and alleged cases that he was put on. So what is your thoughts about Tyreek Hill not having power in his leg, but also just speaking on the power and control?
I want to first say I commend this young man for his transparency. You know what I mean? To let the fans know, like I did not expect him this season at all. If you did, you're crazy. So take all the time you need, King, to get healthy. I really appreciate you coming on here and saying that, because you know most people be talking about it or whatever the case may be, but most do all of that work behind the scenes, and for him to display it and be honest instead of giving people false hope, say I ain't got no power in my left leg. So brother, don't play this season. Because once if you can get back to at least 85, 87%, you still faster than the, you know what I'm saying? At least, you know what I'm saying? 75% of the league, my brother, like for real. So take your time to get healthy. You're not on a team right now that's good. Now get your mental and your physical right. Have these women who got you on them child supports to start adjusting to a new life. Take this year to get them adjusted to this new life, because you know it's totally different money when you are playing and when you're not. You know what I mean? So this is like, that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? That's awesome what he did. That right there, commendable, man. Much love to Tyreek Hill. He's never been on a team of mine, but at the same time, I can appreciate it. I can appreciate that transparency for real, for real.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of the times, you know, we do talk about like karma or things of that nature. I think this is going to be an opportunity for Tyreek Hill to grow. I'm happy to see him working. Like I think sometimes we take for granted our health, and because you got the past years, he's been able to run the streets, do what Tyreek Hill wanted to do, be the cheetah. You know what I mean? And now God is saying like, hey, all right, I'm gonna sit you down. I'm gonna show you what it feels like to go through the process, to rebuild, rebrand. This is your opportunity. I think he can really capitalize on this. I definitely agree with Plug. I would sit out if you can financially do it. I don't know your pockets. If you can financially do it, I would say sit out, get yourself. You'll never be 100 again, but if you can get yourself a solid 90, 95% somewhere in there, you up back at your top speed at your age, because you are a weapon, you can be used, and literally just document your journey so that people see the work you have put in, and when it's time to come back, dog, you will be a commodity. Like
with open arms.
And I'm gonna tell you where you're gonna go back to. I think you need to go back to KC.
Yeah,
I think you need to go back to where it started, where they know how to really utilize you and really go and play ball, bro.
Or it's always a place for you in town. Always.
You think so? You think that'll be a good fit?
Yeah, in the slot. Oh yes, Lord. Oh yes, Lord.
He said, how much is that crib? Like 20 million?
Yeah, man, look, he down south of Miami, man. Yeah. He in Miami. It's hard to leave Miami, boy. People do whatever they need to do to stay down there, boy. He said, I used to play football, hurt my knee real bad. Started back when I came back, I never had the confidence to play with that knee. He say to get hit in football, no one has to be real careful.
Yeah.
No, he has to be real careful. Yeah. God is doing more. Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
I feel you. No, you cool. You cool. No, you cool. Yeah. I can sit on the side.
No, yeah. Like I'm telling y'all, man, this is like when I seen it, it kind of hurt me at the same time, man, because like you're like, dang. And sometimes I don't even know. Again, we just been talking about it, guys, today, right? We've been talking about content, what you say, how it can be used. Like, man, like, could somebody now be afraid to gamble on him? Man, he said he got no power.
No power. But he'll get it back. But him saying that and him still running like he's running, That's transparency. That's what the owners and his management, everybody's saying, like, yeah, I didn't even expect him to come back this year anyway, but at least he's up and moving. Like they say he wasn't gonna walk no more. That's why, man, listen, man, they practice in medicine. Just believe that. They practice in medicine. And this is strong. Oh, I'm just saying the melanin is strong.
They use it in computer chips.
I'm telling you, man, like it's strong, man. If y'all don't understand your power and your presence, we're gonna talk about it next week on Story Time with Uncle Plug, man. Shameless plug. So shameless.
He said his style of play will suffer. Explosiveness is everything. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Because that's his true attribute is his speed. His speed and separation. His speed with separation, that's his true power. So he has to get back to that.
But think about it.
He has to get back to it.
Worst case scenario, he can be an Elderman or you see what I mean? Like he can be that not shifty, not quick, but shifty slot. Like he doesn't have to get back to like what we known him to be. He just won't be going over the top no more. He's gonna be more across the middle. He
got hurt in December. No, not December. He got hurt. Yeah, he got hurt in November, December.
Yeah, it's like late November.
So you're talking about 8 to 9 months of actually healing and rehabilitation. That for them to say he's not walking again, and for him to be able to run, like that is fantastic. He's making fantastic strides. Like somebody's looking at that, talking to their physical therapist, say, now you just seen what he gave us, right? You just saw what he gave us, right? Well, what do you think is his timeline? Be like, I say I would bring him in probably about week 10 just to see and just do like a private, just to see where he is about that time. Just give him that time. But I wouldn't sign him, but I would keep my eye on him. I would definitely keep my eye on him.
He needs to go somewhere too. I wouldn't mind him in Chicago.
Man, don't get on board them on firepower.
But but shout out to Tyreek, man. I just wanted to cover that real quickly. I've seen it. We haven't, because he's been pretty much quiet throughout the summer, and since the injury. So, which is a good thing for Tyreek. No news for Tyreek is good news. So, I do not blame him on that. But we're gonna close out the show, man, with the news that was heard around the world, man. LeBron James chose Philadelphia. I know me and Plug talked about like Minnesota or Spurs or the Heat. We did say Philly too. I know Plug said Philly as well. I think Plug said he felt that he was going to end up in Philly as well, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to go back and rewatch, but I want to say Plug said Philly, what it looked like. And I felt that Philly would be the choice if he wanted more rings. What I'm trying to do again on 1181, and I know Plug tries to do it as well, we're going to be showing you guys different content creators each week when we're trying to find stories to talk about, so that we can show that we can push these algorithms ourselves. We can get everybody to that level that they want to be at. But LeBron has gone to Philly, man. She said, Philly. I ain't gonna lie, the favorite video I seen was Don Staley video. When she was talking about, hey, I can get Zuri here, whatever you need. Yeah. And I'm going to tell y'all the biggest win out of this whole thing, Bryce is going to Villanova.
He's transferring?
He transferred out of Arizona. He's going to Villanova this year.
Get the frick out of here.
Hey,
man. Hey, listen. Hey, man.
Biggest move of his career for Bryce, dog. That boy finna go learn some good basketball.
Let me go tell you this here. I'm going to say this right here. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. I am not a LeBron fan. I am going to say this. The power and the presence that this man has, 20 some odd years in the league, you got to give him his respect. I ain't giving you no GOAT status. I got my GOAT, but I got to respect your power and your presence, brother. The strings that you can pull as a puppet master you are is commendable, sir.
I told everybody it's the LeBron effect. It's the LeBron effect, dog. I've been saying it. I tell people, you can say what you want about him, but the boy gonna move things. And I'm gonna tell you this now: if there's any Philly fans watching, you will lose a star this year. Let me say that again. You will lose a star this year. Everywhere he goes, he creates the roster he wants. Jalen will be there. Maxey will be there. And LeBron and Ekstrom and LeBron will be there. Those four right there will be there. Don't be shocked to see an AD for Embiid. Don't. Rich Paul talked about it on his podcast. They were going to actually go to Cleveland, but Cleveland wouldn't give rid of Harden for Kyrie Irving. Go watch Rich Paul. Rich Paul said it. They were going to go to Cleveland, but they couldn't get Kyrie. He wanted to run it back with Kyrie in Cleveland, but they weren't doing the trade for Harden. I don't think nobody want to touch Harden.
Nobody want Harden.
He said Joel Embiid gone. Yeah, but I said too. I think so too.
He should have been gone.
Because you can pick who you want, right? Because they both injury prone, AD and Embiid. Yeah. You only gonna get them for 50 games anyway. But I think
Embiid are always dressed.
Yeah.
Always dressed. That's what AD stand for. Always dressed.
She said, "I'm a Lakers fan." I think Lakers are gonna surprise some people though. I think the Lakers are gonna. I don't think they're gonna be where everybody wants them this year, but they are building. So just be on the lookout. But just let y'all know next year, Bryce will be a Philadelphia 76er. Do not get mad. Bryce James will be in Philly. Lil Bron is in Lakers. So now you're gonna have Philly. You're gonna just prepare yourselves. And I think you're right, Jen. He set up a collaboration so that he now can play with both of them. He got both of them. I got a couple years with Bronny. I'm gonna get a year with Bryce, and I might get a ring with Bryce now. I might get a ring with Bryce, which will be even more legendary.
I'll go 8 with that, right? Oh, that's crazy.
He said, "I'd much rather have an AD over an Embiid any day." I think most people would. I think most people would, for real. So we're gonna hear what this gentleman has to say. He actually pulled up. Again, we like to talk about facts over here. So he actually goes and pulls up what LeBron had to say, which is the most important thing. So let's see here. Let me make this small so we can shout out the channel. Shout out Easy Buckets, man. Easy Buckets. Shout out to Easy Buckets for the content. Go ahead and hit that like button. And
what's
so here
up,
we go.
brother?
What my guy LeBron James said, man. Hey, I got to get my Philly jersey too, man. Shit, I'm about to run it back too. What are you talking about? Hey, I thought that I was done when the season ended. I wasn't ready to announce it, and I knew that I needed some time to really decide. But I was pretty sure that I played my last game. I was honest at the last press conference when I said that I needed time to look at myself and decide if I still love this game. I still truly love this game, and I have more to give. The last few weeks have been very special. I've never been able to have no clue what to do and to take real time just to think. I've had an incredible few months, and with all the people that I love, trying to figure it all out. This is my last decision. This is the last decision. I'm not going for the money. I'm not going for family. What am I really playing for at this point? I still want to sacrifice. I still want to work. I still want to grind. I still want to compete, to win, and to have a chance at feeling the feeling of winning another championship. That's what it is, man. He want to win the title, man. I believe that I can help. I believe that I can help make the Philadelphia 76ers a championship team, and I am so excited to energize a new fan base and to start this incredible journey one more time. Thank you, LA. Miami, I will forever love you, and Northeast Ohio will always be home. Signed, LeBron, Ramon, James, the King. I know.
So if you heard that last line, lets you know that Rich Paul wasn't lying about Ohio. He even repped them out. He wanted to go home. They couldn't make it happen. See, and that's one thing about LeBron. And like Jen said as well, shout out to Jen in the chat. She said, he did say this decision was about family. He did say this decision was about family. So he did stick to his word this time. I appreciate that he didn't do the antics of the whole, let's go to the Boys and Girls Club, let's sit down, let's make the announcement. I like that he really took the time out to do this and strategize. But we still have to have the conversation now, y'all. We got to have the conversation.
What's up, man?
Does this decision to collect another super team
Mhm.
hinder his legacy?
That question was asked several times this week, and I said, nope. I mean, whatever's tainted, been tainted. You know what I mean? Like everybody who's old school say you need to stay with the same organization. Jordan stayed with the same organization. Kobe stayed with the same organization. Them the top three we always talk about: Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan. And right now, I would honestly say, no, it does not taint his legacy. What it does is, if it built a little more respect for him, because it's like, dang, man, this man still getting this attention. This man still can move the needle at 40 plus years old. He's still moving the needle. Like, that's dope, bro. It's actually dope. You know, like I really don't have any negativity to spew at this man right now because it's actually phenomenal. This is power and presence at its finest that we talked about at the beginning of the show. Power and presence, and he's showing it.
So you don't think it taints it at all?
Nah, it's already whatever tainting it could be. It's already done. It's already done.
He said his legacy is cemented. So I do want to play this. This was Charles Barkley with Stephen A. Stephen A. did ask Charles Barkley the same question. I'm trying to see if I can get us right to it. Let's see here.
To a stacked team like this,
Here you go.
they have.
I know.
You know, if they're like, if I told people LeBron's the third best player I've ever seen behind Michael and Kobe. You know, when you're dealing with LeBron and the Stepford wives, if you don't say he's the greatest, you like blasphemy.
Yeah.
His
No, I know.
They're like Stepford wives. You have to say he's the greatest. He can't be the second. He can't be the third. That's why I call them Stepford wives. Even the men are Stepford wives. So, listen, LeBron's great, but like I say, my criticism, like, yo, man, he always makes sure he has the best players. And one of the reasons I always give Michael the advantage is Michael got his head beat in by the Pistons and the Celtics before he finally like, no, I'm gonna get bigger, stronger, faster. But it'll be a great accomplishment. But I will tell you this: he did put a bullseye on his back coming to the Sixers because now the Sixers have to win the championship. You can't give me. Yeah.
Do they? I mean,
yes.
a healthy OKC. I don't think they'd be favorites against a healthy OKC. I think they got to come out of the East, but I don't think they'd be a favorite against a healthy OKC.
Or Spurs. I didn't.
Okay.
I'm just saying, him coming to a stacked team like this, they have to at least get to the finals.
Right.
But they won't be favored against OKC or the Spurs. But they are definitely going to be favored to come out of the East.
Charles Barkley, in fairness, when people hear you say going to a team of stacked debt, I've never asked you this question, but I've heard other people.
So so Charles Barkley ends up talking about how he was washed up when he started to transfer to different teams like the Rockets, but then he also talked about how he never wanted to leave Phoenix. They forced him out, so he was kind of giving his breakdown. But so you say you don't think it affects his leg. So do you feel like LeBron was just moving with the times when it comes to like, hey, let me go get Wade, let me go get Bosh. Okay, now I'm gonna go to Cleveland. I'm gonna go get Kyrie. I'm gonna go get K-Love. I'm gonna go like now I'm with Philly. He didn't go get Brown, but like I told you guys on our last episode 2 weeks ago, I think all these moves were made for LeBron. I think every trade that y'all seen happen was the next team trying to get in line to get LeBron. Like I don't think nobody made a trade to like, oh, this is gonna make our team better this year. No, they was like, okay, if we get this piece, we probably can get Bron.
Yeah, I think it was more about the money.
Don't do him like that, Scope. Don't do him like that, Scope.
It was more about the money all day. You know, they thinking about that bag at the end of the day because that LeBron effect is just like the Tom Brady effect. It happens. All the ticket sales goes up. More people are coming out. You know what I'm saying? But it will not affect his legacy because at the end of the day, the conversation will still be had with this generation and the older generation, the generation before, about those two gentlemen, LeBron and Jordan. So regardless of how many teams he goes to, how long he plays, how many records he breaks, you know what I mean? Everybody gonna have Jordan over him, and the young guys are gonna have LeBron over Jordan. But that target is on the back. But for me, for what was done to Jaylen Brown, I want to say Boston, suck it.
Yeah.
like real talk. Like I really want to see, Jaylen Brown succeed more than I do LeBron James. I really want to see them but now it's like kind of tainted a little bit because now you got LeBron over there. So it's like the original roster, I was like, dang, I want to see what he do with this roster right now. You know what I mean? But now LeBron's over there, so it kind of taints what happened with Jaylen Brown, that whole situation. Because if we seen Jaylen do it without Tatum, but not Tatum without Jaylen. So
I don't think it taints it though. I think it improves Brown, right? If Brown can have 2 successful seasons with LeBron, it kills all the theory that he wasn't a good teammate.
Right.
Because if
that's what they were saying.
Yeah, everybody was saying it was a lot of division. Yeah, I don't know if y'all seen. I ain't want to bring a lot of gossip here to the show, but Jason Tatum almost kind of called out Jaylen Brown at a basketball camp the other day, and that somebody actually reposted it about he's talking about him. He was talking about players and how teammates should act and how people shouldn't try to be the star, and we should yeah. So like.
I knew I ain't like Buddy.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You are your Mountain Dew.
That it's a lot there, but I really think this is going to help Brown. I think Brown and LeBron will grow the league very expeditiously, as T.I. would say, because you got 2 gentlemen who are financial literate. They both understand how to build brands, how to create wealth. I think y'all will see a transformation in the Philadelphia city. Like y'all are about to see what it looks like when 2 powerhouses that want to make change comes into one city. I think Philly for the next 2 years will have some of the greatest experiences as a city that any team has ever witnessed. I'm telling you.
Let's move, dog. Let's move.
So
let's move.
So you said that's smooth?
I said let's move.
Oh, yeah. He said the man carried the Celtics on his back. That's nasty work, saying that about him.
For real, bro. That's nasty work for real, bro. Like the whole team was cohesed without Tatum. He felt some way about it. I told you, I knew it was deep down in his spirit. It was in his spirit.
No, man. So we appreciate y'all, man. Gave y'all a good solid almost 2.5 hours a day on this 1181. Probably one of our longest episodes, man. We appreciate everybody who has tuned in, man. Me and Plug will be bringing you guys some updates very soon. Y'all will be seeing a lot of new shifts for 1181, man. So we'll let you guys know how that's going to look in probably a few weeks. But y'all are going to see a lot of live commentary as well in the next few weeks once football starts. He said he from St. Louis, so you kind of have to expect him to be grimy. So yeah, man. But we appreciate y'all, man. Great show. That conversation with Ryan Clark, man, I think it's timeless. I think it was one of probably the best breakdowns I've seen so far. Not saying it because we're biased, but just being able to break down the tape and hear what the conversation is. I think we actually moved very far. He said, bet, I'm a like and subscribe. Appreciate you, big dog. You can catch it on all 3. You can subscribe to everybody who's here, myself, Plug, and then the Raw Society Network. You can pull over there as well. So we appreciate everybody who has tuned in today, man. We will be back next Sunday, same time, 2 p.m. Plug, if we ever late, it's not Plug, it's always me, y'all. So don't remember that. Plug be ready. He already be in the studio. So if we ever start after 2 o'clock, it's me, not Plug. Thank you, Soft Rain. Thank you for everybody.
Accountability.
Yeah. But make sure y'all tune in to go watch the rewatch for Plug show this morning, Story Time. He broke down this individually as well, which was a very good take, and it was a totally different take. So it's not like you're going to go watch something and hear the same thing, which is so dope. And then also y'all tune in this afternoon for Soft Rain. Soft Rain has a show called The Weekly Rain Report, where she breaks down all the trending news. Go tune in to her channel for everybody who's here currently watching. She will be live around, I think it's normally like 6:30, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So y'all tune in, man. But you got anything you would like to lead the people with today, Plug, before we head out?
Oh, yes. Shout out to V, Miss V. Cast it or carry it. Y'all see her in the chat. Shout out to Michael Kennan for coming in, man. Appreciate you tapping in with us. And as always, our family. This is the locker room. You know, when we do No Middleman, it's the war room. Here, this is the locker room. And when you're over there with Uncle Plug, it is the outlet. Appreciate Big Skull, Miles Bachelor, Tez, everybody that tuned in today, man, that came in and shared their comments. Everybody that was viewing that didn't comment, but just checked us out, listen to the commentary. We got you through the upper part of your afternoon, and we appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Much love.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. We appreciate y'all, man, and we will catch y'all on the next one, man. That has been 1181 Pressure Plays from the Bayou to the Turf, best sports show on earth. We will catch y'all on the next one. We out.
Love. Hey.
What he want? Hey. One way T1. Pressure play. From the Bayou to the Turf. So's and Plug. You heard? Hey. 0181. Pressure play. From the Bayou to the Turf. We don't play. So's and Plug. Say the name. If it's real game talk, we run the game. On the plug in the soul, yeah, I speak for the field. Every take hit hard, yeah, stamped is real. From the mud to the lights, I was built for the pressure. If it's game on the line, I'm the one you can feel. On 1T1, yeah, the code locked in. Every breakdown sharp, no cap, no spin. While they talking for clicks, I'm talking to win. From the Bayou to Turf, we run this again. 0181, pressure play. From the Bayou to the Turf, we don't play. So's and Plug. Say the name. If it's real game talk, we run the game. Go. Say it with me. 1T1. Hey. Say it with me. 1T1. Hey. What they want? Hey. 1181. Hey. Pressure play. From the Bayou to the Turf, we don't play. So's and Plug. Say the name. If it's real game talk, we run the game. Go. So's and Plug. Run the game.
It's bigger than talk. It's legacy. Pressure play. Yeah. It's bigger than talk.